He's been over there all that time, hadn't he? I never went to Greg's house. You ready?
Yeah. He just finished packing up. Corporate gig, Blue Ridge. Private. At a lodge. Have you cut the volume all the way up?
They won't answer. Hey, can I speak with Ronnie or Greg?
They're both asleep right now.
Well, he just texted me. Greg just now texted me.
Oh, well, he's in the other room. He might be awake. I know Ronnie's asleep.
Oh, can I talk to Greg?
Yeah, let me go get him.
All right, thank you.
All right, 1 second, please.
All right, thank you.
Hello.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Mayor, how you doing?
All right, I just got out from playing. I wonder what's going on.
Sister brought Shine up here yesterday and spent the night. This morning, woke up and I was talking to him and he asked me, said, I want to see Blue Roads. I said, all right, buddy. I said, I'll get in touch with him and let him know you're here.
Is he doing any better?
No, man, he ain't doing no better. He can't control his bladder or anything, Scott. He wets himself. He's real unstable on his feet. And his speech is getting a little bit better. And I brought a bass doll over here tonight. Shit, he tried to play. He can't play the first note. It's sad. He just sat there and cried.
Damn.
They said there's so much brain damage. He had so many strokes. They said if you have like one or two, they can go in there and whatever damage it does, they can remove it. They said him having multiple strokes, there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
And it's affected the part of his brain that, controls his kidneys and everything. He don't have no control over his kidneys at all. And he's having a lot of trouble swallowing. He can eat soft food. He's eating good, man. He'll eat like a damn horse. And, just soft stuff. Like this morning, I got up and got some soft scrambled eggs, cheese grits. He did pretty good with that. I mean, as far as his mind, he seems to be, there every once in a while. He gets a little confused, don't remember things.
Can he walk?
Barely.
Barely.
He falls a lot. I went today and got him a walker, and he does a lot better with that. He said he really liked it. It really helped him a lot. But he has to be assisted, like they just go into the bathroom. Take him to the bathroom and have to bathe him.
Are they putting him in a home or something, or what's happening with him?
He's gonna stay with my sister. Now that's one band them. They done signed him up for a nursing home. And he was crying, man. He said, "No, I don't want to go to a nursing home." And my sister told him, said, "You just, I'll come pick you up and come home with me. I'll take care of you. We'll try to get your benefits started and everything going." Anyway, I'll see you. Like I said, probably last time I get to see you, make something that real bad that it's not. I'm telling you just exactly like it is.
Well, I'll come out there tomorrow then. I'll try to get out there about 1 o'clock or 12:30.
That'll work. And
I
by the time he'll be up by the end, I got him cleaned up. I said he wets himself every night. He won't put the damn diaper on. He will not do that. Kind of aggravating, but I mean, hell, I understand. It's probably that'd be embarrassment to him. But they got pads, they put under it. Maybe sometimes he'll leave it under, sometimes he'll pull it out. Just depends on the mood he's in. But he's real weak, and his voice is real weak.
I think I remember how to get to your place. Don't I just head down that road and come to a four-way stop, and there's a store on the right? What's the name of that road?
Highway 101.
Is that where I turn on 101? Don't I head out there on 61 or something? And
120.
One.
Next one down, 61.
120
That's
and
where you, yeah, let him see if that's where you come down. Even though he's messing out to him for car seats up, you know.
yeah.
I mean, he can't help it, he don't know. But, man, please come by here tomorrow and you'll sit and talk with him a little bit. I believe he'd help him more than any doctor he's seen.
All right, I'll head out there. If he leaves before I can get there, call me, because I'll be tired trying to wake up, but I'll try to get there around lunch. If y'all call me, it would help, but because
Okay,
I'll be so
I'll call
tired.
you around 1. I'll call you around 1 o'clock and see if you're up and about.
Okay.
And, we'll take it there. I'll make sure they don't leave till you get here, because, I mean, I want you to see it. All right, brother, you get some sleep when you get through, and you're welcome here anytime you want to come over here. Come on tomorrow, man. Sit around and talk with us.
I appreciate it, Greg. I'll see him tomorrow.
All right, Scott. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
The phone got cut off that day, and I didn't know it. And the bill ran out that day. Yeah, he got in touch with me Saturday night, and I was coming out Sunday, but then I got tied up. I couldn't make it. The phone got cut off that day, and I didn't know it. And the bill ran out that day, and I got it cut on that evening, and I missed all the calls. And I was going to come yesterday and have to go help the old man. So this is the first time I've had to drive out here. Well, just in case I can't get in touch with him, is that Bodart's big ain't next week, it's this week, so I know he won't make it. It's this Thursday. Maybe he was thinking he could play by next Thursday. But it's actually this Thursday, so if you say he's in the shape he's in, he won't be able to do it, really.
He was having trouble. He's trying to play smoke on the water on the top of the court.
Can he walk around?
He can walk, but sometimes he'll lose balance and fall and shit. And sometimes he'll just be dumbfounded. Ronnie, sit down, buddy. Let's eat. He won't sit down. He just keeps staring straight, standing up. He's just, I don't know, he's kind of out of it. His balance is off. He's just real slow.
Well, if he can get back with me, we can probably help him out. Yeah. I'll probably get him going.
He can chord the bass and he can strum it, but he's so slow he can't switch back to that. Boom, boom.
Well, he ain't played in over a year. I mean, he ain't touched the guitar over a year.
He has to practice, freshen his mind up a little bit. I bet he can play.
Well, I hate I missed him.
You don't drink, smoke cigarettes, nothing no more. You just messing with him, like, hey, why are you over there? No.
That's hard to believe. That's like a miracle.
Smoke and drink.
Well, maybe you don't need to get out in them bars.
But I believe you can do it. I mean, Shane, and then they sit right beside him, drinking all the damn time. They don't bother. Now he smokes pot.
Well, that's what he should have been doing anyway. To start with. And like that, his blood pressure's real high. And of course, apparently he had a stroke. Well, his blood pressure was high. Well, if you talk to him, tell him I came by, Brett. I sure appreciate anything you do to help him along.
I do. Try to get back over to that program. But Terry, she's trying to get on social media and all that stuff right now. And, sorry, bitch, she's just not calling. She ain't never wanted to eat that thing to do with Ronnie.
She run him off and stole his treasure.
She's calling crying. I think I get the check on him.
She's going him out there. Get a hold of that check. I don't think he'll get no check.
Well, the lady at the hospital said he won't ever live long enough to get one.
Well, he needs to go play before he dies. Might as well die playing.
What he does,
he won't get one because this election bullshit, ain't nobody gonna get no checks with all this going on. And when Trump gets in there, ain't nobody gonna get one. And if Hillary gets one, he might get one 4 or 5 years later. He'd be dead by then anyway, like you said. Well, I appreciate it, man. Practice up on your bass. Give me, look up for me on that Facebook. Connect with me on that MBR Blue Road. And that's just a place where we hire musicians.
Okay, bring that Blue Blue Road?
No, that's spelled out BLUEROADS, but the MBR is MBR.
Okay.
And the Blue Roads is spelled out. If you can't find it, call me.
Oh, well, I got your number.
Appreciate it. I'm going to try to turn around. I look like I got a big space right there.
Once you back the driveway, you can pull around the loop right here.
Well, I'll just back in right there. Look, good. It's big space I can see. Appreciate it, Britt. Tell Greg I said hello. Bye.
Hello! Sorry, I can't come to the phone right now. I'm in the can. Please, after the beep tone, leave your phone number and message. Here's the beep.
I give up. I give up on you, Zion. You can't do it.
Tell him I came by, Brett. I sure appreciate anything you do to help him along.
I'm just looking at the program. But here she's been trying to get on social media and all that stuff right now. And sorry, bitch.
Tune in next week, SUS. His cousin's boy, Greg's boy's cousin, spreads the goddamn beans about Van Camp's disability scams, and they're gonna expose the whole goddamn rotten stinking can of beans, Van Camp's beans, and it's gonna be all laid out right here by Cousin Greg's old boy Brett's gonna lay down the Van Camp beans, and we're gonna be here, and we're all gonna tune in, and we're gonna find out the goddamn disability scams, and we're gonna run us a goddamn raffle, and we're gonna make us a goddamn bunch of money down Rat Chair. We got the goddamn thing up to $6 right now. We got brother number 2 in here, and he's got his goddamn dollar on the line. He ain't scared. He likes to drink wine. We got number 57 in here, Ozstar. He's a hell of a boy. He hangs out in bars. I don't know. I'm just trying to rhyme. Anyway, we got brother number 5, I think, on here. He's got his number on here, goddamn number 5. That means you're good for $1 on the Brother of the Month raffle. If it ain't you, you gotta send your goddamn $1 to that motherfucker a month, and that's all there is to it. And there ain't no goddamn problems about it. And who else did we have in here? We had number 347. Silverhorse said it sounded like a goddamn plan to him, and I believe he will get in because he's a smart man, and anybody can see this thing could go up to $100 goddamn dollars or more. And when it did that, you'd be wishing you was in here, you bunch of goddamn whores. Who else is in there? We have brother number 17. Brother number 17, he knows what it means. He's got in on the scene because he knows he loves green. And he can smell green coming and cooking. And there's some of Van Camp's pork and beans. Ronnie Shine's evil sister, Van Camp. She's trying to put him away. They're trying to put him in a nursing home today. And he said he don't want to wear his diapers anymore anyway, but we don't give a goddamn. His cousin Lynn left him laying in the kitchen floor for about 3 or 4 fucking days when she run off with another man. And left him laying there to die of stroke, and he was stroking his ass and choking and choking and stroking, and we're going to see what motherfucker wins. It's going to be based on the goddamn honor system down in here, and if you win, you got to send your address to them men, I reckon, so you can get your goddamn dollar. You can't be afraid. You got to get your goddamn dollar in there, and then you got it made. 10 fucking 4. That's all there is to it. Ain't no money whore. Just goddamn good business sense. Check in next time, see what Cousin Greg's boy Brett spills the beans. Van Camp's pork and beans. Next week's Sunday morning story. It can't get no better. The beans is going to be spilt, and the goddamn somebody's going to win the money all to the hilt. 10 fucking 4.
Mr. Blue Road's coming at you Sunday morning. Stories, I got no stories. I'm just rattling off shit now just to have something to make it worth your time to tuning in. Just rattling off things. I was remembering things about bands and already forgot it that fast, whatever the hell it was. What the fuck? Something to do with Shine. Oh, one of the times I almost killed Shine. I guess I can make a whole series out of this. One of the times I almost killed Shine. Me and Shine have been in some skirmishes before, and I still feel innocent. I'll have to really think hard to see if I'm not guilty in the skirmish we had. I'm trying to remember. I guess the first major one I remember was, you know, Shine was on medications and stuff when he got out of jail or when he was in jail. I don't know what they had him on, but he's a totally different person. He's crazy. You could see in that video I got out there, one beer is better than no beer, how zombified he was and whatever they had him on. But anyway, you know, getting a gig was always a major accomplishment for me. Without the help of Bella, I can't even find a job. That's just how it is. I can't do it. It's all I can do to show up and try to play. I can't beg all day, every day for pocket change, which is what it amounts to most of the time. unless you're off one of the big casinos and stuff. When you're around town, there's so many jerks and clowns around that play for free and fun. You know, there's no musicians union here. It just don't make any sense. It just don't make any fucking sense. But that's the way it was. And it was always a major ordeal for me to get a band together to even show up for one gig. You know, because I would use Shine or whoever, and Shine would never have an instrument, never have an amp or anything, a pick, a strap, a cord, nothing. So the first thing you'd have to do is get him all of that. You'd have to acquire all that. And we'd go off and swindle people. I remember we swindled the pawn shop because I knew the lady at the pawn shop and she liked me, and everything deal I'd ever done was up front. So she trusted me. I'd never seen this poor woman again, Miss Nancy. I'm sorry if you ever hear this. I don't remember your last name. Had a pawn shop over here in Dallas. We took a bunch of old shit down there. None of it worked. A bunch of PA heads. None of them worked. And Nancy had just opened her pawn shop, really, and she just, you know, she didn't last long in the pawn business. Her husband sold methamphetamine over there in Dallas, Georgia. I ain't gonna say his name. I really liked him. He was a great guy, really was. I don't care what he sold. He was a super guy. And so was she, Miss Nancy. I knew her from my driving days when I used to drive for people and whatever. But anyway, we hustled her, took a bunch of shit over there and told her it worked and got a working amp for Shine. And of course, we'd always borrow Shine's bass from one of his family members. Cousin Greg would usually come through with the bass. And we would have it forever. They'd try to get it back from us all the time, and we'd hide from them. And they'd try to sneak in the night before the gig and take it away from us and shit. But we know they was coming, so we was hidden already. Because there's so many things to do just to play a simple gig. It's the hardest job in the world. I can tell you that. It's the shittiest fucking hardest job. I don't care. These people say it's fun. They're full of shit. They don't do it all the fucking time. They might just do it for fun, then they go collect their big check from whoever, from their wife or their job or the government or whatever. And I tell you what, a lot of musicians I know, they're on that check too. Most of these motherfuckers, there's a lot of sorry motherfuckers out here. They just, you know, they get a damn check and they live off some woman and they sit down there and play for sandwiches and shit and fuck everybody up. I don't know how I got off on this bullshit. Sunday morning anyway. I hope you're tuned in. Hope you're happy. Hope you're in the damn raffle. Time's running out. Get in the son of a bitch. If you ain't in it, Brothers of the Road, it's only $1. Get in while you can. What was we talking about? Shine. Something to do with Shine. Oh, the first, or one of the times I almost killed Shine. That's the story, right? Yeah. I shouldn't even tell these stories, but I don't give a flying fuck. It's Sunday fucking morning, right? I'm having lemonade. What else am I going to be having on Sunday morning? Fucking lemonade. This is an old-fashioned Sunday morning story. I'm telling an old-fashioned Sunday morning story, which is like one of my confessions. I just got to where I didn't want to talk anymore. I don't want to tell every damn thing. You can't just keep telling everything all the time. What would Bella think of me? You know, that matters to me. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, really. Let's see here. What was I talking about? One of the times I almost killed Shine. Anyway, it's forever. You know how hard it is to get a band together, get the equipment together, get the material together. A drummer and a bass player and a guitar is all you need. And 3 damn things. If one of them can sing, especially 2 of them, and me and Shine could sing together great, like brothers. We were so matched because we played together so damn long. Been around each other so long, probably since 16 or 17 at the latest. Okay. Anyway, Shine was a big problem after he got out of jail. He'd been in jail for whatever, you know, robbery, going in and robbing some fucking body. I couldn't believe it. But then I was told he was put up to it. And I believe that, because you could get him to do anything. I thought about robbing banks because I knew I could get him to go do it with me. He would. I could have made him, talk to him. He would have just done it. I was going to, get him to be my getaway car. But then I knew I would get caught. So I didn't do it. You can't rob banks anymore. There's too much bullshit. With the cell phones and the dive bombs and everything and the traffic. Where are you going to go? So you can't rob banks anymore. You got to play the guitar. And everybody plays the guitar for free around town. So you're lucky when you can get paid for it. You have to be really good to get paid. And everybody else plays for a sandwich. They should all have their teeth knocked out or something. Anyway, one at a time. So I better get into it. I'm running out of time. I don't want to make a big, long video. My shit don't work. My movies maker, sometimes my screen goes black. Nothing I can do about it. Anyway, finally got all that together. We got a gig. I think it was my folks' anniversary at the Legion or something, so it was important to me. Like their 50th anniversary. And I think they even helped chip in on some of the equipment. And we were going to be there. And I remember the drummer was going to be, Sanders was going to be there. And I hadn't seen him in a long time. But anyway, for whatever reason, I can't remember, Shine wasn't going to go. He wasn't happy about something when it come down time to do it or whatever. I can't remember. I kept calling. He stayed with Daryl over there. Daryl was always messing with everything. I suspect Daryl was behind a lot of this because Shine, like I say, is just a puppet. He's any man's puppet. Anybody with a can of beer, he dances. He's a puppet. He'll rob a bank with you. Whatever you want to do, just pour a beer down his throat or a six-pack a day. And so Daryl was always wanting in the band, but nobody wanted Daryl in the band anymore. Daryl was the first singer in my band, but nobody wanted him anymore. Seemed like he said he was gay or something one time, so that just killed him in the band. Okay, you're gay, well, see you later. Sorry, but that's how it was. And, where was I? One of the times. Anyway, Daryl was always conniving. Daryl was the singing mechanic. He's the singing mechanic. There he is. Right there, I hope. Working on that Oldsmobile that I wish I still had. All things I've lost. Oldsy hurts me the worst. How could I part with Oldsy? It was my dream of making a gasser out of it. This is supposed to be Sunday morning stories, old-fashioned time. Violence and everything. Okay, let's get on with it. Anyway, Daryl controlled, whoever controlled the Shine controlled the band, and Daryl knew this because without a bass player, there's no fucking band, and bass players are hard to come by because nobody wants to play the fucking bass. Everybody wants to be Chuck Berry or whatever back in the day. So a few smart motherfuckers or lazy motherfuckers, whatever you want to call them, learned to play the bass. Somehow, Shine was a guitar player. He just got stuck on bass because he didn't keep up with me. I surpassed him quickly. He knew more than I did. His daddy taught him because his daddy was really good. So Shine knew from childhood his 3 chords or whatever. That's all he ever knew. But then I learned them from him, and then I learned 4 chords, and that was it. That's all there was. So anyway, one of the times I almost killed Shine. We went through all that trouble. Daryl was pulling the strings. Nobody was answering the fucking phone over there. It's coming down time to go to the fucking gig. And nobody's answering the fucking phone over there. Nobody needs to make any fucking money, you lazy motherfuckers. My God, you won't go out and pick the guitar that's been bought for you and provided to your ass, along with a strap and an amp that we hustled a nice lady out of to get? And I lost a friend for life in that. Miss Nancy, I apologize. And Sir James, I don't approve of your meth sales, but you're a great guy. That's all I know. You got a nice truck. Anyway, he wasn't going, so I got to go over there. I'm in my fucking truck. I'm racing over. I'm pissed off. I'm a hothead. I can get, a real hothead going. Things can get real serious for me when it comes down to showing up for a fucking gig with my reputation out there and people expecting me. So I'm subject to come out there and do anything, whatever it takes to make that gig happen. That's exactly what I'm doing. I had to drive all the way to fucking Kennesaw, that fucking hick fucking town over there, and get down to Skinny's trailer. That's what we called him. Well, that's what Red Nuts called him, Skinny. I didn't come up with that. Red Nuts came up and called you Skinny, Daryl, singing mechanic. I did come up with that. Anyway, I went down there. My truck went to the fucking door, knocked on the door. That little sumbitch come to the door. That was his mistake, I guess. But I wasn't there to attack him. But he come to the door, and I'm telling him, well, it's time to go. We got to go to the gig. And for some reason, he's not going. And I can't remember why. He ain't. I guess he's on them pills and alcohol. And Daryl was pulling the fucking strings because Daryl let him live in the shed out there. And boy, it was a bad shed, too. Rained in it and rats in it. But that's where he lived. That's where he kept him out there. And they wouldn't even let Shine play in the band. They had some other guy living in the house that played in their band, but he kept Shine. It just kept him away from me, so I couldn't go out and work because I didn't want him to sing in my band. See what it's all come down to? All this bullshit you have to go through to get your fucking $100. And that ain't the half of it. But anyway, I don't know how this is leading up. Anyway, Shine, he attacked me. That's what happened, I swear to God, because I did grab his wrist, and I was pulling him to the truck. We're going. I knew he was fucked up. We got to go. I got his arm, pulled him. He attacked me. Let go of me, motherfucker. And, boy, we went at it. All of a sudden, I was in a struggle with Shine. And if you think Shine was weak, he wasn't weak back then. I'm sure he's weak now. They tell me he can't even wipe his own ass right now. Cousin Greg has to literally wipe his ass for him, is what I was told. I don't know. But anyway, one of the times I almost killed Shine was I was thinking almost of a different time, but this is that same time. We went at it somehow, and it was a blur, a flash of Shine on me. And we hit the ground, and the sad part is we hit the ground with our faces at each other's feet. Totally opposite. And we were struggling. And somehow Shine kicked me in the ribs. He had big old work boots on. He kicked me in the ribs. And I got mad at that point. I really got mad. And what happened was I outlasted Shine. I had him pinned. I threw my leg over him because he was weaker than me from his smoking. He gave out's what it was. He was stronger than me initially, but he had no endurance because of his smoking. So once I got my leg over him and he was give out, then I proceeded to, I was mad then. I was going to get him. The whole time we were struggling on the floor, I could see this big old lamp over there, and there's just shit piled everywhere in Daryl's old junky trailer. And I saw this lamp, and once I got on top of him, I grabbed that lamp, and I crowned him with it and busted that lamp over his head. But he's an Aries, so it don't matter. It wouldn't hurt him. And but boy, he went to screaming, "Daryl! Daryl!" And then Skinny come running in. And he didn't do anything. He come running in. I thought I was fucked. They was both going to get on me, but he didn't do anything. By that time, I'd got up because I done laid Shine out. And I had to leave. This is a long Sunday morning story, isn't it? I got in my fucking truck and left. And this is one of the minor times I almost killed Shine. This ain't nothing. That motherfucker's got a hard head, ram head. And I got in my truck and went home. By the time I got home, they was already calling. When I got to the house, Jerry and everybody knew about it and called me in the house. And I went in. They was on the phone. I had the police on the phone. And I didn't even know I was hurt until the very moment the man said he was Cobb County Police. All of a sudden, I had a sharp pain in my chest. Didn't know it till then. Must have been adrenaline. And Shiny broke my ribs with those boots. He kicked me in the ribs. broke my ribs. So I feel justified busting that lamp over his stupid hard Aries head. And then they were threatening. They were threatening to have me locked up, and my father got on the phone and said something to Skinny, which is Daryl, the singing mechanic. Whatever he said, it was a threat too. Whatever it was, the charges wasn't gonna be pressed. They had real nerve even calling the fucking law. Shine's the one attacked me. He was supposed to go to the gig. See how useless these fuckers are. And Sanders was down there, with the drums. And had to cancel on him, had to call my broken rib saying, can't make it. So he immediately took his band down there, and they tried to slit my throat and steal my gig away from me, but they weren't any good because they played the wrong material for that type of place. You have to know the type of material for the type of place you're in. Okay, that's it. That's Sunday morning story. And life went on, and that was a long time ago. But I'll tell another one some other time, one of the times I almost killed Shine. This is Mr. Blue Road saying, keep a good thought and don't get caught nearly killing Shine. 10-4.
Bobby, don't want me to find you. Yeah, I'm trying to tend. Bobby, don't want me to find you. Yeah, I'm trying to 1099 you. I know you think I'm like the other bands before, who gave you cash on the barrelhead and saw you no more. Bobby, I got your address, I'm gonna drive on by. Bobby, I got your address, 6413 Bellsbury Road. 6413 Bellsbury Road. 6413 Bellsbury Road. 6413 Bellsbury Road. Bobby, you're really a nut job. You show up on a corporate gig dressed like a slob. Your time is fast, your time is slow, I never really know. All I know is one thing, you got to go. Bobby, I got your address, I'm gonna drive on by. Bobby, we got your address, 6413 Bellsbury Road. 6413 Bellsbury Road. 6413 Bellsbury Road. 6413 Bellsbury Road. I got it, yeah. I got your number on the wall. I got it. Said, come on, Rhodes. Come on, give me a call. I ain't gonna tell nobody where I live. I live in a spaceship. Bobby, I got your address. I'm gonna drive on by. Bobby, we got your address. 6413 Bells Ferry Road. 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 I got it, Bobby. You can't hide, boy. You can't hide. Old Neil Road, Gulfport, Mississippi. No, boy. December the 19th, 1950. I got you, boy. It's coming in the mail, boy. Just go on out there and get your 1099 form and fill it out. God damn. It's like riding in a spaceship. Highway Hump Patrol.
Whenever the laws are broken, the Highway Hump Patrol is there to straighten your ass out. They got a monkey sitting in a control room randomly pushing a button, which raises the highway up and throws yuppies off the goddamn road. Crimes of violence and people's rat rods flying up and down the goddamn highway, not paying any attention. I'm talking on the sailor goddamn phones. And some of them just kill people, respectable citizens, triggered by a steering by a highway hump patrol. Triggered by a steering by a highway hump patrol.
Ceaseless campaign to prevent this kind of crime.
I can't believe some of these pickers I wind up with. Oh, I hate phones. I hate them. Oh, y'all, I can't wait to see my code. Bobby's watching. Let's see here. I got some musician problems. As always, these fuckers are something else. I had to let this guy go because I'm not going to say his name. Try not to. I mean, he couldn't go. He did every gig around town, but he couldn't travel. He couldn't go to the casinos, and he expected us just to stay here and not go. He said he could go MLK Day. Oh, I showed his name. He said he could go MLK Day. Okay, then we'll just go MLK Day. Because he's a teacher. This is... You son of a bitch. I hate these things. This is the most boring bass player I've ever had in my life. Just so boring. Nothing comes from over there. Nothing. And this is what he tells me. I let him go a week before the gig because I got to work the guy in that's going to travel. The guy that's going to go, there's no rehearsal anymore. Nobody rehearses. Rehearsals are gigs. And that's all you get. So I got to try to... Here's what he told me. For future reference, you need to give people 30-day notice to people who are doing a good job for you. I quit a band I had been playing with for 10 years to play with you because you were easy to work with and the gig was fun. Now I have no gigs for the holiday season. I was really pissed off, but I'm not wasting any more negative energy on this. Just realize if you keep screwing people over, it will come back to you someday. You fucking idiot. Oh, y'all saw what it said. Who could believe it? Let me break this down. Let me break it down for you. To start with, it says, for future reference, you need... Now, this is just a little school teacher telling me what I need to do. I need to give people a 30-day notice in a band. In a band. I never got a 30-day notice in my life. I never got any kind of notice. Any kind. And then it also says to people who are doing a good job for you. Well, that's why I gotta break your bubble, because the only good job you were doing for me is showing up. Period. That's all I really got out of you. That is all I got, that you showed up. You showed up, and that's it. The most boring bass player I ever had in my life. I never heard nothing coming from over there. I never heard any bass. There was never any bass delivered to me. This man singing was so weak and timid, you never could hear him. He over there whispering. He says he's been in the business 42 years. He's a professional. I wish you'd heard the phone call he made to me. It was disgusting. I had to sit and bite my tongue. This was the week before when I let him off for a gig. And then I needed to go to Doc's. And I need a hardcore bass player down at Doc's. I would have died with him at Doc's, like I did the one time I took him to Doc's. I would have died. There was nothing coming out of there. Anyway, you weren't doing a good job. Most boring, nothing. Shine would be better with his 30 strokes, than I was getting. Even though he was in key and everything, there wasn't any bad notes coming. It's just boring as hell. There's nothing there. And then it said, I gave up a band I've been playing with 10 years to play with you. That's a total fucking lie. That band hasn't had 10 gigs in 10 years. I swear. They've had no gigs at all. That's why he's over here looking on. See, I have an MBR Hired Guns page on Facebook. I get my musicians there like a temporary service. I run like a labor pool for musicians, and I hang my ad out there. And some people want to work and make money. This is how I found him. He was willing to go. Whoever puts in the lowest price over there is usually who I take. And this guy said he would go for whatever to the first gig I took him on. So I took him because the gig didn't pay much, so I took him. And then he got every gig because he was reliable, and the other guy I was using was unreliable. He was sick, he was fucked up, and he had all kind of problems. He was unreliable, so I was taking this guy. But you know, that band hadn't had 10 gigs in 10 years. They only had 2 gigs this year. 2 gigs, and I let him go do those gigs while he was with me, and I brought somebody else in. So, I mean, still, and one of them he's doing his next weekend, so now he can get back with them. So they're still together. That's a load of horse shit right there. This guy was quiet, he never said anything. He just sat over and played with his computer, his little phone all the time. Never had any compliments, never anything, nothing positive about the band. When he would go out, he never claimed the band on his Facebook page or nothing. He nose up other people's ass, but he wouldn't claim the band. And what else was I going to say? This motherfucker would never help load nothing. I expect everybody to help on the loadout. You know, the main thing is get that shit out of there as fast as you can so they can close. And I like for everybody to stick around and make sure everybody's car cranks and everybody gets out of there together. Nobody gets robbed or shot or anything. Not this fucker. Hell no, he never offered to pick up nothing. Never would help with anything. I would have to stop loading my truck and write him his check so he could run away. I mean, this fucker lives in a fantasy world. He thinks he's a professional musician when he's not. I guess he is because he got paid, but he's boring. Then here it says, because you are easy to work with. Let me break that down for you. Let me deconstruct that. Easy to work with to him, let me tell you what that means. That meant I never called him on his laziness and his boring bass that never gave me anything, never no fire. Nothing coming out of there I could use. No, nothing. Music's about a feeling and energy and everything. Nothing. We called him Dry Guy and Bland Man because that's what it was. The gig was fun. Now I have no gigs for the holiday season. Come on, man. You didn't have no gigs for the holiday season anyway. This guy made thousands of dollars with me. He had it easy. I paid him $100 every time he showed up. He didn't do anything but show up and stand over there and didn't hit no bad notes really. He did hit some stupid notes when I'd play ZZ Top waiting on the bus and I'd go the solo. I don't know where he would go up somehow. I mean, it just didn't work. And then he played Born on the Bayou and all these things so slow. My God, the song was an hour long. I can't work with that. When you're 3-piece, you got to be moving, doing extra. I was really pissed off, but I am not wasting any more negative energy on this. You're a liar. You're wasting energy over it. You wouldn't believe the call. This guy never said anything. Mr. Quiet. But then when I told him I was taking somebody else to a gig and I'd see him next week at the next gig, he waits 3 days. It boils in Mr. Quiet. Then he calls me. The school teacher calls me up and chews me out like one of his stupid kindergarten kids, one of his stupid kids. And I had to sit there and took it. And let's look what it says. If you keep screwing people over, it will come back on you someday. How am I screwing you over? You made a pile of money off me. You got on my hired guns page, and I took you out, and we were all nice to you. Everybody was nice to him, and he got to meet people and play music and see women dancing and all these things that he was dreaming of. You know, he got to stand around the stage with Bella and drool. That's what he did. I know what he was about. I mean, I know what he was about, but he didn't deliver any funk, any rock, any real country, no soul, no nothing. And the backup singing was just, pathetic. So you're saying you did a good job. Not in my mind, you didn't do a good job. And it says, keep screwing people over. I didn't screw you over. You were offered the job. He was offered the job anyway because he was reliable and didn't drink or smoke or do anything. So he was offered a job. This would be the perfect guy to go to the casino because he's not a drunk or drug addict or anything. He's probably a degenerate gambler. and a pervert or something, but he wasn't, he wasn't drunk doing it or drugging. So we offered him those gigs, but he couldn't go because he's a school teacher and he can't leave. He's got to babysit all winter, I guess, so he can't go to summer, but he said he could go on MLK Day. He can go MLK Day. Well, I'll tell Bella, book us on MLK Day at the casino. Snap your fingers and it's done. Okay. And the rest of the time we'll just bang around town here for $100 so you can have fun. I'm easy to work with. I'm not easy to work with. Anybody say I'm easy to work with as long as you do your job? That's the truth. And you don't fuck with a band. So many people fuck with a band. People are stupid. I ought to give out his name, but I'm not going to. He's as dry as Howard Sprague. It's like having Howard Sprague on your bass and you're trying to go in there and throw down. Let me tell you, fucker. You don't tell me what I need to do. I've never had a 30-day notice given to me, and I did what I had to do. I had to have somebody trained for the jobs that pay. When I'm going to the big paying jobs, I'm sorry, but I have to go and be the best I possibly can, and I can't just pick up some guy at the last minute and wing it because you like to play, you're having fun, easy to work with. Gig was fun. They have no gigs but on holiday, and you quit your band at 10 years. Oh my God, what a lie. The band had never worked. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Oh, I got other things to say. Only 2 people sent their dollar in on the raffle. That would be the Honorable Brother 007, which is ZZZ Dog YouTube, and the Honorable Brother number 2, which is Ridge 97, calls himself Steve-O now. And those are the only 2 sent their dollar out of 5. I can't remember everybody's name. Seems like Ozstar was in. You were in there whether you know it or not. You're in that raffle, and I think Silver Horse 347 and possibly WTBM 123 was in there. Maybe he wasn't, but I'm pretty sure Silver Horse is in there. Try to get your dollar out, or y'all going to be screwed in the next drawing, which is the last week of October, and it's October 18th as I'm reading this. So there's no time. If y'all don't get your dollar sent out to Moonshine Designs, his address is all over those videos. Just send him his dollar so you can be in the next one and possibly win. You gotta send your dollar in. The whole thing's based on the honor system. Right now we had 5 brothers in. We got 2 honorable ones, and that's 007 and number 2. Now, if Ozstar, you don't want to send your dollar, I'll send it in for you because you sent me a dollar. I'll just reroute it around to Moonshine Designs, and then be up a Silver Horse, and which is brother number 347, and WTBM number 5. If you're not in, make sure you don't get in next time. You won't be able to get in if you don't pay. You can't be in the next one, and he's holding the next one. We got a bunch of people in that one right now. Schuler Time's in it, Death Trap Hot Rod's in it, I'm in it, and all them people are going to pay. We're going to fucking pay, I promise you. Your dollar's going to come, whoever wins. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Anyway, I'm Mr. Blue Roads. I got to get out of here. Y'all keep a good thought and don't get caught. Not sending your dollar in. Come back home.
You got to love
2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baby, when up is down. Said I hate it, mama, when you can't be found. Oh, I don't like it, sugar, when you ain't around. You know I hate it, girl, when up is down. You never come around. You know bringing me down, baby, when up is down. I don't know what to say when you act this way. All I know, honey, is I can't stay. I gotta get away to some other place today. Oh, you know somewhere where I can't be found. Hey, 'cause I tell you, baby, you know I can't take it when up is down. Up is down. Yeah, up is down. Oh yeah. Can't make a sound. My truck cannot be found. Said I'm praying every day, baby, but you treat me this way. And up is down. I ain't got much left to say, so I'm gonna be on my fucking way.